This is your beloved Minister Austin Smith with ZMR Radio on the Wake Up Call. Wake up. Wake up. It's high time. We do always rise, giving all the kabod and the kabod, which is the glory and the honor to the Most High Yah, through his being Yahushua HaMashiach. Truly always grateful and thankful for another opportunity, not only to be able to bring forth the bar, but first to be able to be alive. Thankful for the information that we learned along the way. Even yesterday, just looking at and considering how much is fulfilled in the writings, and being able to see just a glimpse of it allows you to be able to have a mindset of two things. One, I'm grateful for the things that I'm learning along the way, but it also gives you a chance to be able to see how much you don't know. And I was thinking about that even when I was in the restroom a minute ago, and I was like, I feel like, along this journey, I think I'm coming up close on a year of being able to bring forth the bar and being a Sharath. But and I've been able to acquire a certain amount of knowledge, but I'm thankful for the fact of it doesn't go to my head to make me feel like I know it all. More than anything, the more that I do learn, whether it's things that I'm understanding on my own or whether it's things that preacher brings forth or any one of the other Sharath that bring forth, it gives me a mindset to know, to drive to learn him even more, to be able to truly get that true understanding, get that perfect knowledge, not just so that I can, for me, but for the fact that I can become what he wants me to be. And then also in that, he allowed me to be able to be a benefit to others. So I'm appreciative for the people that come in and hear to the bar, for the people who watch it later on when it's streamed. I'm truly grateful and appreciative. For those who I know you, those who I don't know you, I appreciate it. And regardless of whether I know you're not, Yahuah knows. Yahuah knows them that are his. And that's what we all striving to be. I'm striving to be one of his. When he come back, I'm looking for him to say, well done, my faithful servant. That's who I'm looking to be a servant. I'm not looking to be a servant of the world. I'm looking to be a servant of the Most High Yah. Go ahead and give me Romans 15:4. Listen to the book.
For whatever Nikatab before, Nikatab Talamidas.
That was written to teach us. That's what we all constantly coming in for. And that's very repetitive that we read that. But every time we're coming, we're literally coming to learn. We're literally coming to learn so we can be fashioned and formed according to his word. And the only way I can do that, I got to learn of it. Come on.
So that through endurance,
So that going through,
and through the Nakumath,
going through without quitting, and then I get a comfort through the writings. Come on.
Of the Ketubim, we might have Tikva.
So only because of the writings, it gives me a hope. The thing that I could do, I could look at the word and I say, man, there's so much I don't know. I'll never know it all. But the fact that he's allowing it to be revealed to me, that gives me a hope. I have an opportunity every time I'm coming here to the bar to be able to achieve a higher status. Why would he allow me to hear it if he didn't want me to live by it? Why would he allow me to hear it if it was just so he can show me that you're not like me? He's giving me an opportunity to take the information and become like him. Get me Tehillim chapter 118 and 105. Maybe 119 and 105. I'm truly grateful. Even the pause that we have, for whatever reason, a lot of times, lately we have this pause before we get ready to start the broadcast. But I'm appreciative of it because it gives me a chance to be able to just stop and really be able to reflect on why we're here. Sometimes you can just be going and doing something out of the routine, but you really want to get a chance to be able to stop and really reflect on and think on, why am I here? What is my purpose? I don't want to just go through life and just continue to do things. I want to have a purpose for why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I want to make sure that the purpose that I'm minded of is according to his purpose. What's that, 119 and 105?
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, make it 119 and 97.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the book.
Oh, how I'll have your Torah. It is my meditation all the yom.
This is the thing. This is the thing that we had to get into the mindset of. We had to get to the point of meditating on his word. A lot of times you look at it and you'll start to look at, it's reading and reading and reading. The reading of it is only good if it stays in my mind. If I'm reading it, but I'm not retaining the information, and if I'm not using the information for a purpose, then it's of no value. But really what comes down to it is not just in the times where I'm reading, I'm thinking on it, but when I'm going out and I'm living. A lot of times what you have to do is you have to be so filled with it that it comes out in my actions. That's just like anything that I have. If I overeat, I'm going to vomit up the things that's in me. So what you have to look at is you have to consume so much the bar in you that when situations come, I'm vomiting up to the bar. I'm vomiting up the thing, not that I'm giving it up, but that's what's proceeding out of me. The things that are proceeding out of me are according to what's in me. Come on.
Your misbah make me wiser than my enemies, for they are alarmed mine.
He told you, this is going to make me wiser than my enemies, based upon me learning. The thing that you have to look at is how much stuff is out there trying to come against you. So if I know, the writing told you, said, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, lest he do what? Lest he take advantage of you. And what did he just say right there?
Your misbah make me wiser than my enemies.
I'm now wiser than my enemies. So how can Satan take advantage of me if I'm constantly meditating on the bar? He couldn't do it. I'm wiser now. So the things that he might think that he can come in and attack me there, I've already have a guard based upon hearing the word, based upon the things that I'm meditating on. When situations come against me, I'm not going to falter in faith because I now have a wisdom according to the word. That's why even we read yesterday, or preacher read it, we having the wisdom of Elohim and not of the wisdom of the Elam. The Elam is the people that try to come in and fight us. The Elam is the people that try to come in to get us to falter and veer from the perfect purpose for which Yahuwah has called us. Come on.
For they are alone mine. I have more insight than all my teachers, for your testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the aged, because I have observed your precepts. I have restrained my regal from every Rosh Hashanah.
That's the thing that we all have to consider. This is a testimony that we can't all say. But how do Yahuwah, through the fact that he's given us life, this is the testimony. The thing is, this is what we can all say. I've sinned so much in the past, but now going forward, I can have this testimony. What did he say? What did he say he did?
I have restrained my regal from every Rosh Hashanah.
I have restrained my feet from every Rosh way. So now, how can I do that unless I know which way is right and which way is wrong? So because I know the way that's right, guess what I know? If whatever it is that I want to do, whatever it is I desire, whatever it is who I want to be with, if it doesn't coincide with the direction that I'm trying to go, then I know it's a false way. I don't even have to be to the point where I'm learning everything like, oh yeah, they got this new drug, they got this new stuff. That's not over here. If I'm only minded to go this way, it doesn't matter what you bring up. It doesn't coincide and align with the direction that I'm going. I'm not going that way. So that's how easy it is to restrain your feet from every false way. All you got to do is walk in truth.
That's right.
Come on.
That I may keep your debar. I have not turned aside from your ordinances, for you have taught me.
I haven't turned aside. Matter of fact, even another thing, he said, I restrain my feet from every false way that I may keep your debar. You know why? Because you can't go this way and go that way. It doesn't work. I can't go to the right and to the left at the same time. It doesn't work. I had to either choose one and forsake the other. So if I'm saying that I want to be with Yahuwah, but I do things contrary to Yahuwah, then who am I with? Which way am I going? I'm deceiving myself to believe that I'm going somewhere I'm not going. I'm just wasting my time and professing to be something, professing to go away that I'm not going.
That's right.
Come on.
I have not turned aside from your ordinances, for you have taught me.
I can tell you about me, I done turned aside over and over and over again. But how do Yahuwah, he has sealed this thing in my mind. I am truly minded to go all the way. Too many people have come in, started off with a good hope, with a good encouragement, with a good zeal, and then situations happening by and by, they're offended. And they end up going astray. Come on.
How sweet are your dabarim to my taste, more than debauch to my paw. From your precepts I get benah, so then I sane every false derog.
So now I begin to have a hatred for every false way because it pulls me off from the true way that I'm already going. If I know that this way is a way of life, then I know that when things come in and they pull me off, it might look attractive to my natural flesh, but I know that it's contrary with the life. So though it might feel like it's something that I like and desire, it's a way of death. So now I hate these things because these things pull me to death. So what we have to do is we have to ahab life and hate the death.
That's right.
That's how you keep yourself from walking in the false way. Because I know what's the end of it. This is what you always got to consider. What is the end of the decision that I make? Every decision that you make has a consequence. Right. Back when my kids were young, I used to teach them about consequences, actions and consequences. I used to teach them about good actions have good consequences. Bad actions have bad consequences. So every time I get a consequence and I don't like it, I have to look at, well, what do I need to do to change what I'm getting? If I hate the fact I got something bad, then I need to do something good. Then I can reap good. That's just like a man that's sowing. If I say, you know what, I want to sow and I want to plant corn. Why would I be planting seeds that's something different than corn if I want corn? So if Yahuwah wants something that is tube, why would you be doing something opposite of what he wants? That's the whole purpose of why we come in and hearing the word, so we can learn what does he seek and what does he desire, so that we can become that thing. Because if he's only coming back for one thing, then what do I need to be? I need to be the thing he desires, because otherwise he's not going to get me. Come on.
Your debar is a lamp to my regal and a or to my path.
So now, this is what we all get a chance to be able to come in and do. We get a chance to be able to see the light of our path. Matter of fact, get me 1 Thessalonians 4:1. Read that again for me, Big Lee.
Yes, sir.
Listen to the book.
Your debar is a lamp to my regal and a or to my path.
He told you that the debar was a light unto his feet and a lamp unto his path. You know what? Matter of fact, in the 21st division of Thailand, you know what it said? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall. Because what? Die. And not staff. They comfort me. So this is the thing that you got to look at. Naturally, or at least for me, I can speak for me, how I saw that was he's naturally leading me. Like, I want him to literally come down here, like, I don't have to see him, but I want to feel him physically leading me about and carry me along the way, so that way I don't stumble, I don't falter. But the reality of that is how he's doing that is through the word. Now, the thing that I can say is, well, I'm not saying I don't want him, but this is what you have to look at. Every time that you're going opposite of the way he's leading you, according to the debar, I'm literally throwing his hand and saying, I don't want to go that way, I want to go this way. So look at the disrespect. So now you get the chance to be able to understand why he would be chastising and burning up the wicked. Because you forsaken me. You rejected me. I've tried to lead you to a way of life, but you rejected me and told me you didn't want me. Because you told me that there's something else that you desire greater than me. Come on, Lee.
I have Shabbat, and I shall confirm it, that I shall keep your Sadiq ordinances.
That's the thing that we all had to get to. We had to get to a point where we really keep this man ordinances as he deliver them. We have to really allow these things to come in and constrain us. We have to let these things come in and fully take control of us. Matter of fact, you know what? Go ahead and hit me up at that 1 Thessalonians 4:1. Lee, you jump over and get me Yahuah 1:1. See, I like it. Y'all had the physical book. I can throw a whole lot of stuff, but I know you can't get but so much at one time. Go ahead. That 1 Thessalonians 4:1. Listen to the book.
Furthermore,
King,
we yakra upon you to exhort you in our Adon Yahushua, that as you received from us how to halak and
this is what you got to look at. Guess what? You're not walking according to this is not your own concept of your mind saying this is the way he wants us to go. You're receiving it from Anashim, that he put the ruach on them to allow them to write and write down these things to give you instructions. So now I'm receiving of them how I ought to walk. So if this is what you got to look at. If I don't receive the debar, how can I receive how I need to walk? I'm going to live according to my own conceit. I'm conceiving things in my mind thinking that this is the way to life, but it's really a way of condemnation because it's never going to lead me to where he wanted me to go. Come on.
And to find the Khan in the of Elohim.
So this is the thing. You know why? You know what he said you'll find?
Khan in the of Elohim.
So this is the thing. If I follow the way that they're telling me that I ought to walk so I can please Elohim and find Khan, what happens if I don't walk that way? I'll never get the Khan. You know what I'll get? Condemnation.
That's right.
Everybody, matter of fact, everybody's going to get Khan. You're either going to get Khan or you're going to get condemnation.
Yeah.
That's the Khan a lot of us going to get if we don't walk according to the debar. When we reject him and hold on to the things that we naturally desire according to our flesh, you're going to get condemnation.
That's right.
Everybody going to get Khan. You know why? He's rich in Khan.
Yeah.
But which one you going to get?
That's right.
Come on.
As you halak also, so you should abound and so multiply more.
That's how you're going to get life. Through the Khan, I get a continuation of my life. I could get death for the things that I've done, but through me changing and converting my way and my pattern of behavior, I can get Khan, and then I can get life abundantly. That's what we all trying to get. Alam Kai. I'm trying to achieve a life that never ends, a life that never fades and go away. But I can only get that according to the way that I'm walking. So when I know that I'm walking wrong and I hit the bar, it's giving me a chance to change my direction. That's the thing that we all got to look at and realize. When the word comes and the word condemns us and convicts us, better yet, when the word comes in and convicts us, it gives us a chance to be able to change and turn before the human condemnation. If you're not living right, when the man comes back, you're going to be condemned. So every day that you're living, this might be the very last chance you got to get right. Not just for you, for me too. We all got to get completely perfect. This is what you got to look at. When would a farmer come in and reap up a plant? When it's ready. When it's ready. So the thing is, but this is what we all got to do. He's not going to keep saying, well, I'm going to keep giving you more and more time. He's only going to give me so much time. So in the time that I got to make sure that I'm completely perfect. That's what we read in the Allah Barnaba 3:16. He told you that all scripture was given by the inspiration of Elohim was profitable for what? For doctrine, for reproof, correction, instruction in Sadiq. These things were given so that we can be made perfect. Right. So when the man comes back, we can be that plant that say, I'm ready, I'm ripe for the harvest. Yeah. So that we can be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. So that means however he decides to use me, I can be available. I'm readily available for however he decides to use me. But that's for his consumption and not for my condemnation. That's for him to bring me into him. Bring me into his malkuth. Bring the tithes into the storehouse to be meat in his barn. That's what I'm looking to be. I'm looking to be with his tithes. So it's almost like I'm in the top 10. Jump over, get me that Yahushua 1:1. Listen to the book.
In the Barashit was the Debar, and the Debar was with Elohim, and the Debar was Elohim. He was Barashit with Elohim. Everything made to be through his yard, and without him, not even one made to be all that made to be.
This is what you got to look at. Guess what? The things that are written aforetime, who inspired the men to write it? Elohim inspired them to give it. That's how we got these writings. The writings that we have for life were all given by the inspiration of Elohim. He made these things for us. Come on. For us.
In him was Kai, and the Kai was the A'ur for the Beni of Adam.
This is what you have to look at. He said in him was what?
Kai.
In him was life, and what?
And the Kai was the A'ur for the Beni of Adam.
So this is what you have to look at. What did Dawood say in the Tahlim? He said that the bar was a light unto his path and a lamp unto his feet. Now he's telling that the word in him was life, and that life was the light of Anashim. So now this is what you got to look at. Anytime that I'm walking in the light, what do I have? Light. I have life. So when I forsake the light and I walk in darkness, what do I have? Yeah. I have death. That's why I told you, yeah, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, because there's darkness there. Yeah. Wherever there's darkness, there's death. Yeah. Matter of fact, we talked about this before so many times, but in Barashit 1:1, guess what? There was no light there because there was no light. Right. But once the man put light into it, now life can develop. Yeah. Life can cause other things to come forth based upon me being in the light. Yeah. That's why he told you to walk in the light. That's all of Yahushua 1:5. Hold that for me. We'll come back there. But this is what we all had to realize. If you want life, it's that simple. All I have to do is walk in the light. It's that simple. But every time what we do, when situations come, we rather walk into the darkness rather than take the light. You know why? Because condemnation happens in the light. You know why? Because we're not walking according to it. That's why people will flee and say, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. You know why? Because the only way to condemn darkness is to do what? It's to bring light into it. Yep. Because I don't know what's wrong with it. But now once something comes in and shows me, well, this is what perfect is. Now I have a chance to be able to measure it up. That's one of the things we kept talking about yesterday, being able to measure things up. And that's the whole purpose of why we keep coming into the hit of the bar, so that we can measure it. So now when I look at the bar and the bar tells me something, I look at it and I say, it says, everybody that's perfect does this. I have a chance to be able to examine and say, well, do I do that or do I do something else? So now what I can say is, I can say, well, I'll never get there, or I can just walk according to it. Yeah. The fact that he's giving me a chance to see it and understand it, it's giving me an opportunity to change and convert myself. Change and convert myself from darkness unto light. Come on, Lee.
The A'ur shone in the Kashak, and the Kashak did not overtake it.
And the Kashak did not overtake it. What did he tell us before? His enemies couldn't overtake him. You know why? Because I'm light, because I'm walking in the light. I don't have to be a physical light. I can walk according to the bar. Every time I'm walking and living according to the word, I have now become light. When I allow myself to be darkness, now I can be overtaken. He just told you that the light did not overtake the darkness. So the thing that you have to realize is you don't even have to wonder and wait and see. Every time you're overtaken with sin, you know why that's going to be? Because you're darkness, because you're walking in darkness. Yep. But the fact that he's giving you a chance now to be able to say, you don't have to stay in that position. I can change and convert myself. I can cast off the works of Kashak and do what? And walk in the light. I can put it on. Come on.
There was a Ish Shalak from Elohim, whose Shem was Yahushua. He came as an added to testify about the A'ur.
He came as a witness to testify about the light. Don't you realize that every time a man is coming forward to bring forth the bar, if he preaching him, leave him alone. But if he preaching concerning light, this man is testifying of the light that was sent to light you, the light that was sent to give you life. You'd be a fool in your mind to say, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to listen to the waves of light and I'm going to still hold on to darkness. You'd be a fool to be able to have an opportunity to hear how to take on life and still hold on to death. Why would we hold on to death if we really want life? What's the purpose of us continuously coming and having the bar come against us when it can really be used for us? We are really wasting time. Yep. That really, it really gotten to a point where it really frustrates me now to be able to look at it and say, why do we keep coming in and having the word keep fighting us and attacking us, and we still harden ourselves? He told you the day you hear his voice, do what? Harden not your heart. You know why? Because I don't want to keep fighting against you. I really want to be a help to you. That's why he sent his only begotten son, that whosoever believed on him won't do what? They won't perish, they won't be condemned. You know why? Because they're receiving the light. Yeah. All you have to do to not be condemned is receive the light. Right. It's that easy. But instead of receiving it, we reject it. We push it off. We fight against it. And he just told you right there that the darkness didn't overtake it. So what you think going to happen? I'm going to get success in fighting the light? It can't work. Right. He just told you right. What did he say?
Yeah. Got to go back. The Yahuah is shown in the Kashak.
The light is shining in darkness. I could have just left it. I could have just left you darkness. This man could have left me where I was. Mm-hmm. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the fact that he didn't leave me where I was. I was a dark man. But what did he do? He allowed light to shine on the darkness so the darkness can be changed. He didn't just do that for me. He's doing it for us. He's literally giving us a chance for us to change our state. He's giving you a chance to cast off the works of Kashak and put on the whole armor of light. Why do we keep fighting this man? Why do you try to put on the weapons of Satan? You can't even overtake me. What did he say?
And the Kashak did not overtake.
You can't even overtake this man. Why we keep fighting this man? Why you got to keep allowing the word to keep fighting you and fighting you and fighting you? What do you think is going to happen? He's going to kill you. He's going to condemn you. Mm-hmm. Give me first, that's all of Yahushua 1 and 5. Listen to the book.
This is the message which we have sham of him and declare unto you.
This is the message that we heard of him, and now we speak it unto you. The thing is, that's a lot of stuff I had in my mind that I could have went, but this is the message that I heard of him, and this is the one that he wanted me to speak to you. Come on.
That Elohim is Yahuah.
Elohim is Yahuah.
And in him is no Kashak at all.
Guess what? That's going to mean that if he's light and you darkness, you're not in him. Mm-hmm. That means the only way for me to be in him is for me to become light. Mm-hmm. As long as I'm darkness, I'm contrary to him. Come on.
If we say that we have fellowship with him mm-hmm. and halak in the Kashak, mm-hmm. we have false dabarim and do not do the amat.
Don't you know every time you come in and you profess yourself to be a Ben Elohim, you profess yourself to be Yehudi, if you contrary and you live in contrary to the Dabar, you're darkness. You ain't nothing. Right. The only thing you are is darkness. You worthless. We have an opportunity to either be the Benim of Elohim or to be the Benim of worthlessness. Mm-hmm. You know what? He told you if we walk together, then we have fellowship, right? Okay. What? Get me the third chapter of the book of Barashit. Barashit 3, 3 and 7. Run a long time, so we'll try to see if we can get it close as possible. Barashit, they call the book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 7. Listen to the book.
Then the wound of both of them were open, mm-hmm. and they yada that they were naked. Mm-hmm. And they sewed leaves of fig ox together and made for themselves loin coverings. Mm-hmm. They shammed the call of Yahuah Elohim halak in the gun mm-hmm. in the cool of the Yum, and Adam and his Ashah hid themselves from the pani of Yahuah.
They heard him walking. They heard the sound of him walking in the gun. And what did they do? What did they do, Lee?
And Adam and his Ashah hid themselves.
They hid themselves. I appreciate you, D. I'm with you too. They hid themselves. They hid themselves. You know why? They had now separated the fellowship that they had with them. They just had, before that, they had a fellowship with this man. I have given you an estate. I have given you all these things. I even came in and gave Adam a wife. But now, because you've done things contrary, you have severed our fellowship. You no longer have a fellowship with me because you're walking contrary to me. He told them not to eat that stuff. Matter of fact, you keep going down, Ka'ur, she'll tell them, he told us not to eat this stuff. And yet we still took it. The same things that keep coming in and overtaking us, he told us not to do these things. He's not mysteriously judging us and saying, well, you know what, you may not have knew this, but, I didn't want you to do this. We have the writings. That's the purpose for which we have the writings, so that we can receive of him how we ought to walk. They had received of Yahuah directly how they ought to walk, yet they went contrary. And we can look at that and we'll judge it like, man, that's crazy. But we do the exact same thing. The man keeps coming in and telling us how we ought to walk, and we reject it and keep doing something opposite. And then profess to say we want life. You know why they hid? Because they were scared that they were going to die. They were scared that he was going to come in and kill them. But guess what? I had given you words of life. Had you just held on to the words and did the things I told you to do and not do the things I told you not to do, you wouldn't have to worry about dying.
Right.
You scared of something where all you had to do was listen to me. Had you just listened to me, you wouldn't have to go and run and hide. You wouldn't have to try to hide yourself and veil yourself from me. The reason why you do that is because now you're contrary. Right. You have now taken off light and put on darkness. That's why we are here today. So we don't have to keep doing the same thing. But the reality is, as long as we keep coming in and trying to veil ourselves and pretend like we're something we're not, we'll never be able to get the correction. Guess what they could have done? They could have just said, listen, I'm sorry. This is what happened, and I know you told me not to do this. But instead of doing that, they didn't even want to get right. They wanted to hide. They wanted to flee from correction. But guess what? A lot of us will look at it, well, I'm not really hiding, but you won't really confess to say what it is that's wrong with you. Because if you did, we could have just gave you the writings. Because all scripture was given by the inspiration of Elohim and was profitable for doctrine, correction, instruction, and Sadiq, that you may be perfect. Because when you have imperfections, now I use the word to make me perfect. I put on perfection through using the words. So if I just be honest about what I got going on, and if I allow the debar to really take effect on me, I don't have to run and hide. Right. I can take off the corruptible and put on incorruption. I can take off mortality and put on immortality. They had put on leaves that were going to wither. Right. Matter of fact, you keep reading down, Yahuwah told them that stuff wasn't even good enough. He gave them garments of skin. You know why? Because the stuff you got ain't going to work. The thing that you think going to cover you, it's not going to work. It's insufficient covering. What you really need to do is be covered with me. Put me on.
That's right.
Matter of fact, get me Romans 8:1. We'll get ready to close it out there. What does it say, AJ? There is therefore now no condemnation to them that are where? To them that are in the Mashiach. There was no condemnation as long as I stay in him. As long as I put on what he made me to be, there's no condemnation. There's no condemnation in me. He called us to put on our. So as long as I stay in our, guess what there is? There is therefore now no condemnation to them that are in the light. You know what? Come on, pick me up, Lee. Romans 8:1. Listen to the book.
There is then now.
My fault. I keep Chris. Listen to the book.
No condemnation. For
there
those.
is therefore now no condemnation. If I tell you there's therefore now no condemnation, then what was there before?
Condemnation.
There was condemnation before because of the things that we've done. But now through the fact he's allowed me to come in and hear the word and I put it on, I can take off condemnation and I can put on Sadiq. Yeah. And now there will be therefore now no what?
Condemnation.
There is therefore now no condemnation to them that are what?
For those in which they are in the Mashiach.
Every one of us that put on the Mashiach. And how do we do that? Because he was the word, and the word was made flesh, and the word abode with us, right? Guess what? If I just put on the word, if I live according to the word, then guess what I don't put on? Yahushua. I put on the Mashiach. I put him on through the word, because he is light. That's how we become his and become light, because all these things were one and the same. Come on.
Who do not halak after the basar, but according to the ruach.
Why did they go after and eat the fruit? Because they walked after the desires of the flesh. It was one pleasant to the eye, one desirable to make one wise. These things were naturally appeasing to the flesh. So going after the works of the flesh puts us in what?
Condemnation.
Puts us in condemnation. But if we forsake the flesh and put on the a'ur of the word, then what can we get?
Life.
We can get eternal life because there's no condemnation to them that are in the Mashiach who walk not after the flesh, but do what?
According to the ruach.
But walk according to the ruach. You know what that ruach is? That's the light. Yeah. If you want to allow yourself to escape the condemnation, it's not hard. It's really so simple. All you have to do is walk in the light. And when I walk in the light, you know what I can have? I can have fellowship. Yeah. I can have life too, but I can have fellowship with him. The reason why I have life and fellowship at the same time is because guess what? He don't die. He abides forever. So as long as I do the same things that he does, and I do the things he tells me, guess what I can do? I can abide forever because I'm with him. Because he and I are together. You see me, you see him, because we're the 2 are 1. The 2 are 1 now. That's why, you know what, later on, you know what they did? They had to try to hide them. So they're like, you know what, it was some more men with Yahusha. You know what, it was some more men. And you know what they told with Cuff? His speech betrayed him. How would they do that? The 2 were 1. When you saw me, you saw him. We had fellowship one with another because we did the same thing. Now, guess what's going to happen now? Now, instead of getting condemned for being with him, you're going to be condemned for not being with him. So now, in order for me to escape the condemnation, I have to be in him. I have to put him on. Put on the light and cast out the works of Kashak, because the Kashak couldn't do what? It couldn't overtake the Yahuah. So all you have to do, if you don't want to be overtaken, you don't want to be in the valley of the shadow of Moot, is put on the Yahuah. Walk in the Yahuah, even as he is what? And we can have what? We can have fellowship with him, and we can have eternal life. What you have right now is you just had an opportunity to get instructions and directions for Shamaim. All you got to do is turn right, go straight.
Yeah.
What that mean? This is what we all have to do. Stop coming in here to the bar and fight at the bar. Why are you wasting your time? If you're going to come in and you're not going to really live by it, do something else. Do something more constructive with your time. What Cam said, jump off your head, jump off of something and land on your head if you're lucky. You might as well, because you're going to die fighting against it anyway. You know what? Preacher told it one time, he's like, why don't you just go and drive off a bridge? Why don't you just go and put your gun to your head? You know what? You'll say, I'm not going to do that because it's going to hurt. I'm going to die, but I'm going to keep coming in and fighting in the bar. What's going to happen? I'm going to die. I'm going to suffer. It's going to hurt me. How much success have we gotten in trying to fight at the bar? Instead of success, we get failure. Things come in and condemn us and hurt us and try us over and over again. All because we want to just submit to his will. When the reality is I'm trying to give you instruction. I'm chastising you to get you to turn into the right way. He's trying to tell you, this is the way, walk in it. This is the way of life. That's the same thing that happened. You know how many times, I'm going to tell you something else. We'll go all the way. We'll be frank with it. How many times the preacher keeps saying the exact same thing? All the time. It'll be somebody, you'll be like, okay, you know what? And what the crazy part is you'll look at it and you'll say, I feel like you're talking to Tim. He's talking to Tim right now. You'll see Tim, he say, Tim, you know what? Them blue pants you got on, that's sin. He'll be like, everybody with blue pants, I don't know why you have on blue pants. And Tim will keep calling them blue pants. And you know what you'll say? I don't know what's wrong with him. This is crazy. If the man told me not to wear blue pants, I'd just simply stop wearing blue pants. Because why would I keep doing it? He's going to keep preaching against it. It don't make sense. But then when it comes down and he said, well, you know what? Everybody with brown pants need to change them pants too. But now I'll fight that. You know why? Because it's easy for me to look at you and me to say, you know what? You're wrong when the word comes in and talking about you. But when it flips and it comes on me, I try, you know what you try to do? Hide yourself. The same way Adam and Yahuah did. Nobody fought it when he came in and he shot Yahuah on the alarm. The alarm didn't fight back and say, no, leave us in darkness. And Adam and Yahuah didn't say, leave it darkness. But when it came down and the light shining on them to expose where they were, what did they do? They hid. So this is what you got a chance to do. When the bar comes in and the bar comes right in your face and you know this is coming right against me, I have a chance not to try to fight against the bar, but use the bar and fight against the darkness. Yeah. And if you use the bar and you allow it to fight against the darkness, guess what the darkness won't do?
Overtake.
It won't overtake you, but you can have a lam kai. This is what you got a chance to do right now. Take on life, fight against darkness. It ain't hard. It's that easy. All kabul to Yahuah. I do for your time.
Come on.
You are listening to Dr. Evie.